Good evening and welcome back to Orebound. We have got a lot of iron ore, which is very nice. Very nice. This is nearly eaten the whole thing here. It will be done in just a moment. I've been trying to figure out exactly what does what, when, where and how. Unfortunately, Orebound is a game that actually gives you the numbers. So many more games need to do this. Actually give you numbers on things. So, for instance, the water pump produces 100 water. If you mouse over this here, it has a pop-up there which tells you water pipeline 1 has two objects, one generating 100 water and one using 10 water. So that means that this pump can be connected, in theory, to 10 boilers. And one boiler here is generating 100 steam, or pressure of steam, and it's being used by one machine. So 10. So in theory, this boiler can connect to 10 machines. So one pump can run 10 boilers, and each boiler can run 10 machines. So one pump can run 100 machines, in theory. Now, it does say pressure here. Pressure generated 100. I don't know if pressure drops over the length of pipe. I don't know if splitters cause things. I don't know. We will find this all out. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to wait for this to run out here. Conveniently, this iron deposit has 1,000 iron in it, and that box holds 1,000 iron. So this works really well. Just want to find out what happens. Now, I know these deposits don't disappear. They just stop. Right, so you stop. Okay, which means you are still technically using steam by the looks of it. Yep, because everything is toggled on, isn't it? So yeah, so everything, so it's still using steam, so it's wasting the steam. Okay, so that's cool. The coal here, however, is dropping faster than the coal here. I'm not quite sure. But it takes, it says 1 second, and this says 1 second. So it's strange, and it also looks as if this pumps 100 every go. So regardless of whether you're using 10, 20, 30 or 100 of it, it's going to use the same amount of coal. Which is fine. Not a problem. These are all manually fed stuff as well for the minute. I'm sure there are automated versions of them, so... Okay. So, we interact with this to destroy it. Pop, there we go. And then we need to just get rid of all these things and pick them up. Move on. But, to move on, well, one, we need to find another iron node. There's one right there. See, there's also one just over there somewhere I found the other day. So... we can do that, but we want to use this iron, and this has gone to, oh yes, yeah, because I took 100 out in order to try and make some iron to try and finish this mission off, and unfortunately it doesn't, it's not 1 to 1, it's 2 to 1, so yeah, yeah, 2 to 1, 8 seconds, okay, there are so many games out there that tell you like how much like it tells you the inputs. Like for instance here, it will tell you, you know, 2 ore becomes 1 iron, but it doesn't tell you how long it takes to craft or anything on there. Especially when it comes to things like steam and water. You know, it just says, hey, it produces water, but doesn't tell you how many it can feed. You know, it doesn't give you the information you need to do that. This game does. So the only thing that I would like them to update would be to be able to craft from boxes. Yes. If I want to put down say a piece of stone flooring, I would like to be able to say, hey, you tell me at the bottom I've got 14 and this takes 2, but I haven't got 14 because in this box here I've got 500. So yeah, so if I do that and then try and put it down, it goes, no, you can't build it, which is annoying. I really wish you could build from boxes. Maybe there is a build chest later, I don't know. Anyway, so what we're going to do, the plan is that I'm going to build everything upstairs. Everything's going to be up here on the surface of the land, probably over this area here. And I kind of want to build everything in stone rather than wood. We use some wood things here and there, but mostly stone. So I'll build a thing here, and have like that be a feature, I suppose, somewhere near, or figure something out there. So yeah, but we'll do have that there, but we'll have the whole thing. You'll come in to the town. That'll be like the first thing you see. So maybe we'll face it that way. I don't know which way is north or south or anything. There's no compass at all, and things don't exactly. They do snap, but they don't snap to a. They don't rotate to a grid. So yeah, which is fine. Which is fine. Grid size normal. Wait, it's a grid size bar. I see on the right hand side there it says a grid size bar. Ooh, ooh, what does that do? But yeah, but either way, we can, as you see, we can choose to put in this here, and that isn't quite centered on a tile, or maybe not tile centered on that one. 4x1, stone wall, stone stairs, stone window extension. So the stone wall should be that thick, and the windows come along. Yeah, so yeah, so that's kind of the idea. That's what I like to do. I like to put in. I like to use stone as our flooring. So that would sit like there or something in there. So, and you use this as a. This is like the thing. So maybe you'd come in and there'd be the entrance would be over here somewhere. You'd come in, not falling in a hole. You'd come in and you'd see that, and then it would go up somewhere. Go up from that. We can dig down underneath the floor slightly and put in stuff just on the floor, so it looks like this should be part of it. So instead of it being like that, we could technically go down by one by coming from wherever that hole was. Where was the hole? There. We can lower that down. See, so. I could absolutely do that and build off there, making it the same level as this here, but we'll see how that goes. So what I want to do right now is I want to get more automation working, but my plan is to build above ground and then have everything like underground, the mining, all the bits and pieces come up and do the thing there. So okay, do we have automatic smelters? Is that a thing we have? I think we do. Machines, we have an auto crusher, allows bolts to be attached to auto crush powder. Then we have a smelter, smelts powder into ingots. So this process here just takes ore and coal and smelts it down. This smelter, however, here doesn't do that. This smelter takes in powder and smelts the powder down. So we need to crush it. We also need to get some more bits and pieces. So what do we need? We need more iron cogs, more pipe work. That needs iron plates as well, and iron cogs as well. Let's get you making some iron cogs. I really want to get some more iron to get this mission done, but I need to invest the iron in order to get things out. So would you make iron cogs, and can I shift click to do half of that? Thank you very much. And we could just take that stuff and smelt it, but I want to be as efficient as I can with it. So, and we have more iron downstairs as well, which we can mine out. Let's take this setup and go downstairs with it. Let's do that. Drink, 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 drink. Yoink. Don't know what the digging is. Don't know what the digging is. I'm not dropping stuff on the floor. My inventory isn't full, so not quite sure what the digging is there, but we'll figure that out. I don't have any boron meat. No, I don't have any boron meat. Okay, let's go down the stairs. And down here we have an iron deposit which is got 10,000 in it, and a copper deposit there. Okay, gonna have a quick nose at the goblins, see if any gobble 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 gobble. No goblins, no gobbos. Okay, right. So we want to mine this out now. Let's pick up you. That gives us loads of copper ore. Let's build this guy here. Now the problem is I can't build it on top. You can't build it on top to mine down. It's got to build on the surface, which means the belts are going to have to come out backwards. It's also really strange snapping thing. Like there's no, I can't like rotate it. You see my mouse is doing, yeah, it's a bit strange how this snaps together, but I think they're designed for the big node really, and these little ones are probably for your self-miners. But yeah, so we'll snap that there. Now I only have enough to make the exact amount of things for this right now, so water and steam. Let's create a water pump which can just be put anywhere. Before they just be put absolutely anywhere, it doesn't really matter. But let's put the water pump up here, at least I think they can put anywhere. Oop. Yeah, they just generate water from they have coal. So yeah, which is fine. I'm guessing that's a mechanic that's going to come along later. Let's put you there. Let's create an iron pipe, which is for the water. That can snap into there, can it? Nope, hold on, I've got this wrong. I've got this wrong. Right, okay. You up. Place you back down here. I thought, yep, my bad. Oop. That goes there. Oh, and then you. What I want to do is I'd like to make a junction if possible, because we're going to potentially have. There's a kind of input. Build phrase, forge frame. So forge frame is snap. Free mode just places it anywhere. But there is kind of a grid. If I put that there, and then I try and connect that to there, that does let me do that. And then you will connect to here. And then you're gonna not start working on it because you have no coal. Let's put coal in there. Oh, yeah. It may be that these do burn at the same time, and it's just the fact that I put coal in one and didn't do the other. But I want to have a splitter here because I want to go and do copper over here. Let's pick up you three. Ping, ping. I think the ping means that we picked up something with something inside it. Okay. But now I can't build any more of these, can I? Because I don't have the iron plate for it. No. So now, let's have a look at this here. Now we've attached this to it. It has one machine, so it doesn't seem to drop any pressure from having this here, from the pipe length. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so you're going to mine the iron here. We'll bring the iron back up again. That won't be a problem, but not right now. We need to get the iron plates and cogs. 25 iron cogs, and let's go with iron plates. And we'll get 100 iron plates. And actually it's 50 iron plates because I didn't read this 2 to 1. Everything seems to be 2 to 1. Which is a fine ratio. A fine ratio if ever I heard. Right, I'm going to not put any of the iron and stuff in there because we're really close to actually making some automation stuff here. So let's go with the machines, and we want to go with a smelter which requires steam. So I need to rebuild a steam thing up here. Oops. Needs wood. This is what I really wish you could build from the thing. Your inventory isn't that big. I mean, it is, and I don't need all this. Let's go here and let's sort and dump out all this ore for a moment. Really strange. Oh no, copper iron there. Grab 100 coal because we're going to need 100 coal on us all the time. Let's go and just dump our berries and that and the spore. You can have the ruby ore. Inventory management is going to be a big thing in this. Ore hide can go away for a moment. Okay, yeah, inventory management is going to be a big thing. Till we get automation going, it's yeah. Okay, so machines. I want this here, which I still didn't get the wood. Grab wood, grab stone. Let's grab 100 stone as well, just in case we need that for anything. I kind of wish you could pin them. Well, I could like middle click or someone can pin them up here to tell me what I need and whether I have the bits or not. So, yeah, there's no way to align things that I can see. Grid guidelines. Oh, there is kind of, but there's no. I mean, there's a guideline, but it's not really. What's sort of off here? There's no way to know you've got 2 machines lined up. It's going to be kind of like satisfactory, where I won't know if the machines are lined up until I get a flooring in. Okay, they are lined up, so that's nice. But I won't know if they are until we get a flooring going. So you are an auto crusher, so you will take whatever and crush it into powder. Okay, and then after that, we want to have the smelter here, which requires copper pipework, which we don't have.
Welcome.
There we go. How much copper pipework do we need? We need 4.
How may I help you?
Shouldn't take so long. Unfortunately, you can't score in this window. It changes the things you're holding, but it says something. I assume it says copper pipework. It's just not right, but yeah. Okay, 4. There we go. Right, you can carry on making the pipework. That's fine. So that there, that's actually, I haven't changed the rotation, so that should be fine. I was about to say the rotation might be a bit awkward, but I haven't changed that, so it should still be fine. Iron belts, fortunately, just require iron ingots, which is very nice. There we go. Okay, and then do we have to set your recipe in here? Nope. The smelter just takes dust and does it. So it's all automatic machines. You don't set the recipes up for them at all. So nice. Okay. So now I need to go back to the steam thing, and I need to put in a pump. Where's the output? Let's put in a steam boiler first. I always get confused as to which side, which is what on there, because I'm not familiar with the game enough yet. It requires copper pipework. You don't, and they require copper ingots. So, okay. However, we are making more copper pipework here, correct? Yep, 15, nice. Okay. Boiler. Oh. Put the boiler there. Let's put the pump here. Would be nice if the inputs showed up. Oh, put two of them. Don't do that. When you're placing down, like if a machine has the white input, the white output, the white input should show.
Yep.
You can go there. And we have a copper pipe which connects you to yes, that's too close. I guess that one's too close. Oh, that's a tank. I don't want a tank. Yep, it was too close. Okay, then you can go to there. You can go to there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can have half a stack of coal. You can have half a stack of coal. Actually, you can have 50 coal. Okay, you're producing steam there. That's fine. You're burbling away now. Awesome. So the steam, it says 20 out of 20. So this machine requires 20 steam, and we are generating 100. So we're still good. There's no pressure drop with these here, which is nice. You're going to burble away and not do anything. Why is that? Select production. Right. Okay. That's not easily right. Okay. There's a little select production button there. Okay. That's not so easily seen. Not like these guys that have the big pick your thing. I kind of thought that it would be a list here. You click which one you want, but there's a little select button. Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm you know, blind when it comes to games, quite obviously, but still. Okay, so you take iron ore in. 1 iron ore becomes 1 iron powder in 2 seconds. And you take 1 iron powder and produce 1 iron ingot in 4 seconds. Okay, so it's 2 to 1. This whole game seems to be running on a 2 to 1 basis. So this creates 2 powder, and this uses 1. So we want to have a belt splitter here. We want to go 1 crusher to 2 smelters. Okay. A miner, I have no idea. Was it 1 every second? I'm not too sure. But either way, we are getting iron ingots in. Automagically, iron ingots coming in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's get ourselves a storage chest, which is this way around. Oop. Let's put ourselves a belt down. This. Can I bind these to my action button? No. You have to go into the builder every time and pick the thing you want. I'll just bind them to my action bar, which is no. But then you can, when you do this, you can middle click. So it's not so difficult. You've got middle click. Just go, hey, copy. So, there we go. automation. Hurrah! Awesome. Let's have a quick look at these machines and see what wonderfulness they've got, because the animations on this game are fantastic. Lots of stuff has got little things. So you're pop away. Oh, look at that. There's gears in there that you wouldn't be able to see normally. Hidden away. Some gears in there whirring away. Nice. There's some worries on here as well. They're all spinning the same direction. Or I assume you're throwing it in there. That's a little strange. They're all spinning the same direction. They should be spinning, but you're supposed to be crushing the ore, are you not? Maybe it's happening. Oh, the steam's down. But I don't know. But either way, you're all crushing it. That's fine. Being a little bit overcritical of things, but that's, you know, just yeah. Gotta it goes, and then this pours the stuff out onto that, and then poof. Nice. No gentleness. No, just whack. Off you go. Poof. There you go. And then that's got a cooling fan at the top of it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't really get up on top of things, but yeah. Nice. Whack. I like that. So this obviously smokes the powder down, it pours into there, cools down, boom, whack. Nice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's eat something before we die of starvation. There we go. One. Okay, so now we are, instead of taking 2 iron ore and making 1 iron ingot, I'm not quite sure what that says, copper ingots. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So instead of 2 iron ore to make 1 iron ingot, we are now taking 1 iron ore and producing 1 iron powder. So this is 1-to-1. Then is it 1-to-1 on here as well? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah, 1 powder 1. So it's now 1-to-1. So we have doubled our iron production. Nice. Nice. Makes me wonder whether they're going to have things like you can mix the iron ore with another powder and then increase the ratio even further. That is entirely possible. I've seen other games do that, where you can like take the iron ore and then separate it out. To instead of just getting iron powder, you get something else, and you end up, instead of doing 2-to-1, you end up at 1-to-1, and then you end up at 1.5-to-1, or 1-to-1.5, I should say. You gain like 50% extra resources, which is nice because then it gives you a reason to rebuild your production and add new things in there. But awesome, 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 awesome. Automation is a go. Nice. So we can build a second one of these smelters and run that off there. Do we have any way to split a belt? What's this? A merger, a splitter. Yes, we do. Awesome. There's belt stands as well. I assume they are. So. Well, I know this is not where they're supposed to be going, but I'm just going to put one up into the sewing machine there. And if I go with a belt, it snaps to it. Nice. Okay, so you can put them like on walls and things, and then snap your belts to it. That's cool. That's cool. Sort of standard stuff, but it's new discoveries here. So, right. Okay. Let's. Can I double click this guy? I need more copper plates. Do we have machines to make copper plates? Hold on. What's happened here? There. What do we got? Machines. Water and steam. Water pipe stand, water pipe socket, so you can run the pipe around a tank. A water splitter splits water into 4. Well, technically into 3, because you have to have 1 input. But yeah. Cool. And then obviously a steam tank, which just has input. Yeah, because the whole thing works on pressure, so you're not actually storing the liquid. You're just creating a higher pressure system. So it would store the steam, but it stores it at pressure, and then you increase or lower the pressure, which is how steam is stored anyway. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's stop babbling. Let's go do the thing over here, and I will make the things to make another machine and get the iron to complete the factory master level 2. Okay, we're not going to get factory master 2 done this episode because I need to spend copper making copper, and then we need copper, and then we run out of copper, and then everything is just no. But we need to automate things to do things. However, money is also a thing. We're just under 900 on our monies because we're using it to do things here, which is, yeah. Looking at the next automation, this one here gives us the ability to smelt gold and do golden gears and things, and gives us the constructor, which can make iron plates, copper plates and that sort of thing go in there. But if that's going to be automatically doing them and spending money, we need a way to automatically make money. So, I would really like to get the automated market. And then just do things like sell iron ingots or something like that. But that's 15,000 gold. So we're going to have to just make stuff and then smelt stuff and then just sell it, I suppose, technically. Hello. So we can just go to the sell items and go, like, we want to sell iron ingots. And they obviously sell for 5 gold each. I think they sell for 5 gold each, is that right? Oh, 20 gold each. What am I doing? Yeah, they sell for 20 gold each. So, yeah. So maybe, maybe we should. Look into just getting our mining thing set up so that we can process stuff better. So we'll go underground, and I want to build everything on the surface, but we might build some underground to start with just to get things going, to have things, because it makes more sense rather than trying to belt things all up to the surface right now, to just put the basic stuff down there and then build the factory up top. So this is a basic setup of it. So yeah, I do want to have a look at the splitters though. Let's have a quick look at the splitters. See, you can interact with them. Have a filter. Nice. Okay, so you can pick silver powder. Okay, so you can pick the thing that tells you. There you go. So you can already look ahead and go, hey, look, all these things are in the game. There's a lot of items. A lot of items in the game. Cool. Be bigger. Needs to be bigger. So yeah, so you can have inputs here and then have outputs go to one to the other. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as if it's a priority splitter. So if we filter stuff to go one way and it blocks the belt, it probably won't go the other way either. Let's find out. Let's do a test. So let's get a splitter. Would it even squeeze in there? I don't even know. Stuff's a lot bigger than I expected it to be. That is connecting. It's doing weird belt things, but it is technically connecting. So I want to have. So if we don't set any filters up on it, then we connect. Excuse me. That's right. Good. There to there. And then I filter you to say be that side instead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to care. Okay. So what if I did that? You would output this way and that way, right? So then if we select iron powder, which is over here off the edge of the screen, and we say that is going to go this side only. Steal the iron powder out of that. No, it's not a priority splitter. Okay. So all I was hoping to do here was have like our iron ingots go into a storage, and then once the storage is full, they will filter out to somewhere else. But it looks like we'll just have to split everything 1 to 1, and sell some of the iron ingots, and then yeah. So okay, that's fine. So next episode we shall move things downstairs, and we shall start processing everything we can and make some money. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, Have fun.